All right, everybody. It's the Billy and Joe Top 10 show. I'm Billy.
And hello, I'm Joe.
And man, back-to-back shows this week. Two shows this week. You guys should be honored that Joe and I are finding the time to share our love of top 10
It's a
obscure.
double it's a double shot of opinions.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Well, today's first, let me pay some bills, and I'm
Of
gonna
course.
play my thing here.
Okay.
Remember, don't get stuck with another sticker company. Stick with StickerYeti.com for all of your sticker needs and much, much more. Sticker Yeti is the place for all of your needs when it comes to stickers. Check them out today.
Thank you for putting up for that 12 seconds of advertisement for Sticker Yeti, StickerYeti.com. They do great stickers, that is for sure. And I'd like to thank Meg Palmer for doing the voiceover for that commercial too. So thank you very much, Meg. The Billy and Joe Top 10 show. So today we're going to be a little immature. And I
Just
know,
today?
I know, just what everybody's thinking, right? You guys haven't been mature in any of the shows that you've done.
Correct.
So what we want to talk about today is our favorite cartoons.
Yes.
There's nothing like a cartoon to keep you, especially when you're a kid. It reminds you, it's very nostalgic, reminds you of the good old days. Sometimes when you watch them now from what you watched earlier in your life, they're not as great. But I think my top 10 are just as good to watch today as they were when I first watched them. I don't know about you, Joe.
I agree. I have 20. So do you have 20?
I have enough to do that, and we have been good
Okay.
enough at the Billy and Joe Top 10 show to be able to come up with things to fill it up just in case. So, because once we start talking about it, just memories and shows or restaurants or athletes or people who are from the state of Indiana or musical preferences or, NBA, ABA players come to mind when we have these kind of shows. So I'm going to go ahead and let you go ahead and start yourself off with what you got.
Um my bonus pick, I wanted to go with a modern era cartoon and there were several to choose from. I was thinking Pinky and the Brain or SpongeBob, but my 21 pick is Animaniacs.
Very nice, very nice. Mine. Let's see here. I'm going to put a little thing here on the bottom. You can't see it, but I'm
Okay.
putting a little photo down there. Mine are. I'm picking my bonus pick as something that I can watch today and watch over and over, and that's The Simpsons and Family Guy.
I don't have Family Guy on my list, but My Simpsons is much higher.
Okay. It's just something that two of the cartoons that I really
Yeah.
enjoy now because they're a little bit more mature. They talk about
Yes.
today's subject. Man, The Simpsons have been on 30 years and Family Guy's been on 18 years. So there's somebody who enjoys those shows. So that's why they keep them on.
And we both have Disney Plus, and they're all on Disney Plus now.
Yes, especially yes, and of course, Family Guy. All 18 of their seasons are on Hulu. We're not getting paid by Disney Plus or Hulu, but
I wish.
Disney Plus and Hulu. We will drop our PayPal accounts down into the comment section. Please send cash. Don't be sending us some free subscription because you probably Hulu people from Hulu probably send you that subscription with the 58 commercials per episode.
Right.
And I'm just
Right.
joking. I enjoy both Hulu and Disney Plus. So Family Guy and The Simpsons I've got there at the my bottom there, but it's something that I really enjoy watching as an adult.
They're extremely funny.
Yeah.
Um, my number 20 pick, controversial, and I don't care. It's still a classic to me. I was very fortunate to get the DVDs. Fat Albert.
Hey, hey, hey. The beady
Nah.
body boated. That was some good stuff though. And if I recall, wasn't that on later in the morning on Saturday, or was that first thing that we turned on when we woke up?
Um, I think that was right after Bugs Bunny at noon.
Mm. Okay, so I have George of the Jungle. Watch out
Great
for that
cartoon.
tree.
Now, the original's the one to watch. The remake, yeah,
Oh, no, 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 the original. I'm talking about the original.
yeah,
So yeah, the
right,
original, the original.
yeah, definitely.
Yep.
My 19th pick, um, the opening to this cartoon actually scared me to this as a kid, and it was the original 1969 opening season. Scooby Doo, where are you?
Man, I hate to roll my. It's on my list, but it's not there. So it's gonna be it's on my list, and it didn't scare me. I love Scooby Doo. I'm gonna have to talk about it again once we get a little bit deeper into our countdown, but especially the Scooby Doo movies.
Yeah,
Scooby Doo movies with Don Knotts, Don Adams, Laurel and Hardy. There's a name a lot of people don't know. Laurel and Hardy,
right. And the Globetrotters.
and the Globetrotters, Batman and Robin.
Yep.
And it was Hanna Barbera that did all these cartoons, and they they were cheap.
Yes.
There would be sometimes where you'd see Batman, he didn't have the Batman logo on his chest because I guess it was 5 o'clock and time to go, and they couldn't stencil in or color in that Batman logo on there. But I love Scooby Doo. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and roll it out now. You're going to get to your number one. Scooby Doo is my number one cartoon. My number one favorite cartoon
You're
or
kidding
franchise.
me. That's great.
Number one franchise. I'm not really big on Scrappy.
He's okay.
I'm not
He
really
was a
big
filler.
on Scooby Dum.
He was a filler.
I kind of do. I took my kids to see the new Scooby Doo movies that came out, 18, 19 years ago. Scooby Doo 1, Scooby Doo 2.
Right.
So it's something that Hanna-Barbera and then whoever got it after Hanna-Barbera sold it, that did really stretch it out and still making money, you know. And I love it. It's just it's like comfort food. It's like macaroni. It's like tomato soup and a grilled cheese. It's comfort food. It's comfort watching. You sit and watch it. If you fall asleep during it, no big deal. It just makes you comfort, and it just reminds you of the good old days.
What'd you think of the last Olympics?
Uh, you know, I enjoyed that. Man, the compilation cartoons
Hmm.
could be rough. It's almost like Justice League, the new movies that they have out. That you can't, and it's all like Marvel. You can't spend enough time on each individual. It's short and brief. So
Yeah.
I don't like compilation. It's just like Super Friends is on my list. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you Super Friends is on the list because you just rolled yours out. Um, Scooby Doo, and of course that's my number one. But there's several different categories of Super Friends. Justice, the Hall of Justice, Super
Yeah.
Friends, the Super Friends, and don't give me the Super Friends that have Wonder Twin powers, man.
Activate.
A form of a bucket of water, form
Right.
of an eagle. Man, come on. But I know that you're writing a story and all that kind of stuff. It's like, it's like Superman should be able to do everything on his own.
Right.
But the Super Friends, I love the Super Friends. Loved Aquaman, loved all of them in there. I can't recall the name of the brand. Mego dolls.
Yes.
And when we were kids, and they were only $2, and you get Tarzan, Superman, Spider, Marvel, and DC. That's about the only time I've ever seen them together because they got the licensing from both of those. You can go in, you could buy a Spider-Man and a Superman.
Right.
So and those were going for like $300 to $400, and they just did some remakes of those about 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah.
But Super Friends, different forms of Super Friends. There's just I love superheroes as a child, so and still do today.
And he didn't collect comics. That didn't make any sense.
No, I didn't. And what is interesting though is what I said with that Mego. I think it's Mego.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that the only comic book that I remember ever buying was an oversized one,
Yes, they had many.
and it was it was Superman versus Spider-Man.
Right.
So
Sorry about that.
oh no, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Always nice to have a little technical difficulties. Even you had technical difficulties because your electronics at the house are trying to figure out, Spider-Man versus Superman.
Yeah, I saw that. That's worth a boatload of money right
Yeah.
now.
Yes, it
Um,
is. Yes, it is. And did you? So you collect? Did you collect superhero dolls?
yes, figures.
Yeah,
Yes, I did.
figures. I love Shazam. Man, we can go through superheroes later. So let's continue
Okay.
down. Let's continue down our cartoon.
Um, I don't know why both of the characters were in love with a microphone stand Popeye.
Oh man, very interesting. Do you know how many different voices were used for Popeye?
7?
I want to say the answer is five. There were five different voices used for Popeye. And then a lot of people don't know that, there was Brutus and there was Bluto,
Right.
both bad
Yes.
guys.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
when they introduced the Jeep,
Right.
I kind of got lost there.
That was kind of
And
filler.
well, we sang the song to, what is that? How'd the song go? I'm Popeye the
I
Sailor
just say there.
Man. I live in a garbage can. They
Yeah.
turned off my gas and I froze off my. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Doot,
I
doot,
had a
doot.
buddy of mine. Did you ever listen to Wife Radio?
Yes.
I worked with Steve Miller when I was with the Hoosier Hot 96, and he ran the cartoons for Cowboy Bob when he was at Channel 4.
Oh,
Rest
really?
in peace. But yeah, he was on the Cowboy Bob show and worked with Janie and
It's
was a
time
big
for
wig at Channel 4.
Cowboy Bob's Corral. Doo 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 doo. Okay, so so you said Popeye. So I
Correct.
got a little photo down in the corner, and it's of Pixie and Dixie.
Oh man, and
Jinx.
Jinx the cat.
Jinx the cat, man. Oh.
I hate those Mises to
To
pieces.
pieces. Oh my gosh, this is great stuff, man. 7 minutes of just useless getting anything done time, man. I love that.
Yes,
I
yes.
love that. All right.
I talked about for the teaser last night. There's only like 5 episodes by Tex Avery, but it's funny. It was on MGM Cartoon Screwy Squirrel.
Ah, okay. I've never seen that. I'll have to look that up once we before our next show. And very interesting.
He's similar to Woody Woodpecker, but I think he's funnier than Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah, and that's very interesting that you say Woody Woodpecker because that's next on my list.
Great cartoon.
Yeah, and they tried to make it into a movie, and that was a flop.
No.
That was a flop. And once we get, there's a lot of things that people try again. You just can't beat the original. Like we were talking about with the Lone Ranger. You just can't beat the
Right.
original.
Right.
Yeah.
My next one, I liked the hero more than his sidekick, but and they're bringing this back with the new Scooby Doo line, Dino Mutt and Blue Falcon.
Ooh, man. Yeah, very interesting. I like that too. And that was after or before Scooby Doo.
After.
After. Okay. Okay. I am a huge, huge Yogi Bear fan.
Oh, love Yogi.
Yogi Bear fan. I got him down here on the bottom of the screen there. But Yogi, what were the Rangers saying? Forget about the Ranger Boo Boo.
Was the Ranger a complete moron?
Ranger Smith?
Yes.
Yeah, he had a good heart.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
he did.
and then they tried to throw what was it, Cynthia Bear? Cindy
Yeah.
Bear? Throw a little love interest in there to him, but
Yeah. Distracting from the food.
exactly. So, picking it basket. Hey, boo boo.
My next pick, I didn't know it was only on for a year, which kind of surprises me. Scatman with Hong Kong Phooey.
Hong Kong Fooey, quicker than the
Number
human
one super
eye.
guy.
Hong Kong Fooey. Oh man, yeah. And we had our program the other day of people from born in Indiana.
Yeah. Yes.
Scatman Crothers was born in Indiana,
Yeah.
so we forgot about him. So,
Great actor.
but yeah, Hong Kong Fooey. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was I enjoyed it. it wasn't there up on my list. Like I would rather watch a couple Scooby Doo episodes than Hong Kong Phooey, and
Sure.
but it was very good though. Scatman Crothers did a great job with that, and of course in The Shining too.
Oh man, great movie.
Red rum, red rum, red rum, red rum. Okay, so what number are we on?
I'm on number 14.
You're the keeper of the numbers, Joe, from now on. So, when my
The
dad,
Pacers
yeah,
drafting at 5.
so mine is Rough and Ready. It was a Hanna-Barbera cartoon. It was one of the first cartoons that I remember when my dad got remarried, and there were old reruns, I think, from the 50s.
Mhm.
And it was, get set, get ready. Here comes Rough and Ready. They're tough, they're steady, always rough and ready. So, it was, two, I think one was a dog and one was a cat, and they rode on a scooter, and, but that stuff I like. I got their picture down there on the bottom too for everyone to take a look at too.
When I was doing the research for today's show, that was the first Hanna-Barbera cartoon from 1957.
So Rough and Ready was?
Yep.
Okay, well, okay. See, that's good, and it was a cute cartoon. So
Yeah.
but okay.
My next couple tie together, and I loved this laugh. It's Dastardly and Muttley. Right. Right.
I really wasn't into the bad guys within cartoons.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have another picture down here on the bottom with Yogi Bear, and he has that dog. Do you remember the dog that used to stalk some of the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, and he wouldn't do anything for the hunter unless
Right.
and he would jump in the air and he'd float down.
Right. Yes.
Right, you got a picture
He
of him
begged
down
for
there on the
food
bottom.
the entire cartoon.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Josie and the Pussycats.
No, thank you.
Okay.
But I get the draw, and I'm like, nah.
And you know what it is? It's really strange. It's just Scooby Doo for chicks.
Correct.
And all the voices, instead of Shaggy, whatever that guy's name was in Josie and the Pussycats,
Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem.
Yeah.
So long distance dedication from Josie and the Pussycats to Scooby Doo. I'm 5 foot tall, and my wife is 7 foot tall. May he rest in peace, though.
Yeah. Good
Great,
DJ.
great, and yet that, and great, Scooby, and Robin on in the Super Friends, and great stuff there. Okay.
So, because my last pick was Dastardly and Muttley, my next pick is the Wacky Racers.
The Wacky Racers, which had Muttley in there also, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
He was in Dastardly Car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't into that, but it was something that I would watch. Quick Draw McGraw.
Oh, and
And-
Baba Booey.
Yes, hold on there, Baba Booey. I'll do the thinning around it, but Quick Draw.
Ba-bang.
Oh man.
Yeah, and he hit
Good
somebody
stuff.
over the head with the
El
guitar. And it was
Kabong.
over.
Yeah,
Yes.
El Kabong.
El Kabong.
Man. Good
Nighty
stuff.
night.
Yeah.
He was on WHMB locally, Channel 40. They had 4 cartoon lines, and this was the second slot. Tennessee Tuxedo.
Tennessee Tuxedo will not fail. Gee, Tennessee. What was that? Tennessee and what was his partner's name? Chumley. Chumley?
Jumping
Yes.
the Walrus, right?
Yeah.
Jumping the Walrus, yep.
Yeah, now we got Chumley on America or Pawn Stars.
I don't watch that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Gee, Tennessee, but just like Chumley, Tennessee's tuxedo will not fail, and that's interesting because that'll slide you right into mine, which is Peabody and Sherman.
Oh, I've got that, but I don't have. I've got something like I've got the whole show. I don't have that particular one,
Okay.
but they tried to remake that and it was dreadful.
Oh, dreadful! Like we talked about before. You can't remake. You can't improve upon if you're trying to remake Gold, you can't do it.
No, but Mr. Peabody and his Pet Boy Sherman's a classic.
Oh, gee, Sherman, or gee, Mr. Peabody.
Where are you going to today?
Okay, so what else we got?
I wish I could find this on DVD, and it was part of the hour. I think it was the number one slot in the hour on TTV Channel 4. Tom Slick.
And in the Thunderbolt Grease Slapper, it's Tom Slick. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, yay! And the Thunderbolt Grease Slapper, man, alive, good stuff, man. Good memories, good memories.
Yeah, definitely.
Now I don't know if that was within the same hour, but I have a little graphic down at the bottom of the screen. It's Super Chicken.
Are you going to do it, or am I going to do it?
Go ahead and give it a try, Joe.
Let me breathe here. Baka 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 baka.
Buck a Super Chicken. Buck a Super Chicken.
Super Chicken.
Gee, Fred. And a lion as his good buddy, and he's a chicken.
And he'd eat the chicken in real life.
Oh yeah, man, that's crazy.
Oh, that's funny. My next pick, I've got his DVDs that are funny. His character when he first started out was really dumb, but he evolved as the years went on. Woody Woodpecker.
Yes, and we just talked about him. He's on my list too. So, good stuff to watch. Good stuff to watch. My next one would be Casper the Friendly Ghost.
I liked Casper, but it wasn't a must-watch for me.
Yeah, but within the same hour, I'm going to go ahead and give you another one, so you'll have to go do 2 in a row. Is
okay?
Baby Huey. was within the Casper the Friendly Ghost hour, and his dad would try to get Baby Huey to do a little bit of everything, and Baby Huey would just screw it all up.
Now, wasn't that the Casper, Richie Rich, Baby Huey, Little Lulu hour, or was it Little Devil?
I think that the Richie Rich came later, and it was Little Lulu, Baby Huey, and Casper the Friendly Ghost before they slapped Richie Rich in there.
Okay.
I think I may be wrong, but I wasn't really a Richie Rich and his dog Dollar fan.
Yes.
But and secretly let everybody know I did watch the real life movie with Macaulay Culkin. Don't be mad at me or hold it against me.
Okay.
Is back when we had these places where you'd go and you'd rent VHS.
Yes, I did that.
Yeah.
I bought some.
Yeah. And there was nothing else to watch, so we got Ricky Rich.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Then you win some, you lose some.
You said you told me to do 2, so my one of my professors at Ball State, we had a really long conversation about this next cartoon character, and I wish I had this on DVD. Johnny Quest.
Ooh, great theme music too. Theme music too. And you'd always watch the Johnny Quest intro, and you'd be like, "Man, I can't wait to watch that upcoming episode." But you'd never see the episodes that they would show within the intro.
Right.
Yeah. So that was always interesting. Wally Gator, he was the king of the swamp.
Love Wally Gator.
Oh my gosh, Wally Gator. Getting ready for school to go to first grade at School 75, watching it on Channel 4. Just fantastic, fun stuff, man. Wally Gator, he was the king of the swamp.
Yeah, and he didn't want to go back. Now, was he in a zoo?
Yes, he was at a zoo, and let me see here. I've got a cover of the, what you call it down here on the bottom today. I think it was Mr. Let's see, what does it say? Mr. Twiddle.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, Mr. Twiddle was his was the zookeeper, and he'd always get out but fun stuff to watch, man. Fun stuff to watch.
because they put him one time back in the jungle and he wasn't having it.
No, he
He wanted to
wasn't.
go back to the zoo.
No, he wasn't.
My next pick was another Saturday morning cartoon, and if I would have been in this main character's place, I would have had a problem with the placeholder, Peanuts.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. And then how do you like the whole thing that as a whole?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But ever since Charles Schultz died, it's not the same.
No, it's not. And the movie was okay.
I didn't see it.
The movie was good, but good grief.
Yeah. And Lucy, Lucy would be in trouble.
Yeah. Do you remember the Yankee Doodle? He was a little duck, and he had a friend who was a dog, and his name was Chopper.
That's Tom and Jerry. Yeah.
No, Chopper. There was the Yankee Doodle and Chopper. It was Hanna-Barbera because was Tom and Jerry Hanna-Barbera?
Yes.
Okay. Are they on your list?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I loved me some Chopper and Yankee Doodle, and there was a character that would come that was an alligator, and he'd turn to the side like Alfred Hitchcock, and he'd talk like Alfred Hitchcock, and Chopper was just a kind of almost like a ripoff from something else that's on my list, which is the Flintstones.
I love the Flintstones, but it didn't make the cut for me.
Okay.
So, you want me to go again?
Yeah.
Oh, we talked about them before, but these guys have predicted the future. It's the Simpsons.
They have. There's even seasons allocated to Simpsons Predict the Future.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Well, hell, man, they're on what's upcoming now? 32 years, the 32nd season?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I remember watching that in my dorm in college. That's how old that is.
I think it came out in 85?
88.
Okay.
I think, yeah. Because, and what show did it get its first glimpse to the world? Did people get the first peek at The Simpsons?
The Tracy Ullman Show.
Very good. Very good.
On Fox.
Yeah. And man, how the characters have evolved.
Yes.
They're still grody looking yellow characters, but they were even more grodier and yellower when they first started out.
Man, they're fantastic. They're perfect. Man, did you see the one where Homer clones himself?
Oh, I don't recall.
Okay. He's in the backyard, and he's walking backwards to go get a Duff beer, and he trips over the hammock, and he clones himself. So he sends his clone in to go work at the nuclear plant, and he just messes everything up at the nuclear plant. So Homer thinks this is a real good idea, so he clones himself about another 100 times, and you get dumber every time.
And he
cloned himself.
Wasn't too smart in the first place.
Correct. So how he gets rid of them all is he runs towards a cliff in Springfield and makes a sharp left, and they all jump off the cliff.
And what to be a voiceover, to be in the right place at the right time with being a voiceover. I mean, you didn't do a day of work in your life if you were on the Simpsons show.
Oh man, yeah, they've got so many characters to choose from.
Oh yeah, and millions of dollars made just by using your voice. It's fantastic. Oh yeah, I love the Simpsons series though. I love it.
Oh no, me too.
I had the Lone Ranger tried to come out with one in the early '80s, and I really enjoyed that. And with the voice of William Conrad as the Lone Ranger.
Yes, I saw that as a great cartoon.
Yeah, it was the Lone Ranger, and I think / Zorro show.
Yes.
Yeah, because Zorro was making a comeback also.
Yes, great cartoon. Yep.
G Tennessee.
So many cartoons have been politically incorrect, and they've had to been cleaned up and everything. But I love every time they do the July 4th special of Tom and Jerry, where Tom gets the full TNT buckets. Wow, now, it's stacked 10 feet high.
So you're putting Tom and Jerry's there at what number? What's that? Number 7?
Number 6.
Number 6. Now, did you like Tom and Jerry when they were friends or when they were enemies?
Um,
I liked it more when
I,
they were
I think they
enemies.
were. I think they were friends the whole time.
Yeah.
I just think Tom got greedy.
Coming in for me after you said Tom and Jerry is Huckleberry Hound, the Huckleberry Hound show.
Oh man, you can't go
Oh
wrong with those
my
shows.
gosh. The one episode where Huckleberry finds out that he has termites and he drills a hole with one of those old fashioned drills and he
Yeah,
gets a thing and he's looking in it and there is the little termite in there going buzz a buzz a buzz 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 a buzz a buzz buzz buzz, and then the termite knows that he's being watched and he whips his towel into Huckleberry's eye. Huckleberry Hound was great, man. You remember when he had to go catch the monkey?
no.
Oh, the monkey escaped from the zoo, and the monkey just every once in a while would go eek eek.
Oh, he was a zookeeper.
No,
Right.
yeah, I mean, he was a lot of
Yeah.
things in a lot of
Yeah.
his things, but Huck, oh my darling, oh my darling, oh my
Right.
darling Clementine.
Right. I do want to add one thing about Tom and Jerry. My also second favorite line was when Spike was with them.
Oh yes,
They were great.
yes.
My number 5 pick, the movie it was okay at best, but the cartoons, um, infamous. I did a music playlist on Spotify, and I used Underdog's picture. And I said, "It's not the zombie apocalypse," and I said, "There's no need to fear," and it's Underdog.
And his girlfriend, sweet Polly Purebred.
Right. Yeah, she always yelled for help.
Yes.
Every 2 seconds.
Didn't you remember as a kid, you're like, man, is he going to survive? Is everything going to be okay by the end of the episode? Whew, it was.
Simon Bar Sinister.
Yes, and then that what was the guy that was the wolf?
I don't remember.
Oh man, great stuff, man. Great
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Heavens to Murgatroyd. Snagglepuss.
Exit stage left.
Yes.
I say that all the time. I say exit stage left all
Heavens,
the time.
heavens to Murgatroyd.
Yes. Oh my. This is now Disney doesn't have all of the Marvel cartoons because when I was a kid, my grandmother and grandfather had the original cable package in Anderson, which was instead of 4 or 5 channels, they had like 10. And they got the channel out of Atlanta called Channel 17, which later became TBS. And when I was like 7, they ran the original Marvel comics cartoon, The Avengers, from Jack King Kirby and Stan Lee. And I'm like, wow, that's the best thing I've ever seen ever on television. But anyway, my number 4 pick is Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, which is Iceman and Firestar.
I would agree with that too, man. But watching it now, it's like we
Yeah.
talked about previously. Watching it now, it's kind of like, oh, this is kind of silly. But when you were a kid, you're like,
Oh yeah,
this is the bomb. This is it. Don't interrupt me.
best ever.
I'll miss dinner for this.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see where. Touche Turtle and his pal Dum Dum.
Right.
Touche away.
All right. Great cartoon. Great cartoon. But I don't remember the villain.
No, they used to just get themselves in all kinds of
Of course.
situations.
Yeah.
And to be a writer for those shows, wouldn't that have been fantastic?
Oh, they talked about, and I'll tell you what, cartoons is the only format that you can write about everything.
Yeah.
And I mean everything.
Yeah.
Especially now.
And there's a large percentage of the cartoons that we've talked about which probably wouldn't be able to be on today in their original form. They would not have come out in their original form today. Thank goodness
Correct.
they made them when they made them.
Correct.
Yeah.
My number 3 pick still holds up today. The writing on this cartoon was amazing. And I won't even mention the movie because the movie was Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh yeah, yes. Gee, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again.
Yep. And here
And
he
then
is, Mr. Know-It-All. I
nothing
still
up the
I
sleeve.
still will use that for someone who is a know-it-all.
Yeah, I do too. I say
Yeah.
that all the time.
Yeah.
And then you had Boris and Natasha, and then you had, Mr. Peabody,
Mm-hmm.
that, and Fractured Fairy Tales.
Oh yes. And then the music that went with it.
Right,
Fabulous stuff, man.
right.
Mine is Droopy. Going,
I love
going down.
I love Droopy, especially when they did the when he's a farm hand and the city guy comes into town
Yeah.
with Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, great
Some
cartoon.
good stuff. Some
Great
good stuff.
cartoon. We talked about this earlier. Who was one of the newscasters on Mary Tyler Moore that did the voice for Super Friends? Ted.
Was it Ted Knight? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Super Friends. The
Yeah.
original Super Friends. And that's Superman, Batman, Robin, Wonder Woman, and the Flash, and then they had Wendy and Marvin
And Wonder Dog.
Wonder Dog.
And then later on, they added Navajo and Black Lightning and
Yep.
Man alive, they were
Green
stretching
Lantern
it.
and Green Arrow.
Green Lantern, the Flash.
Yep. Great cartoon.
Yep. Actually, probably one of the first cartoons that tried to get everybody involved.
Yeah, and then they had what's the villain's name? The something of Doom.
Legion of Doom.
Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
Legion of Doom. And then that
Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom.
right. In the swamps of Louisiana, the Legion of Doom.
That's messed up, man. That was Joe that made the Louisiana comment. I said nothing about Louisiana.
That's where they were.
Once again, that was Joe with put down of the state of Louisiana.
Well, okay.
While we're on that, we could talk about if you were president of the United States and you had to eliminate 5 states. That may be a show in the future, but we're not going to say any of them right now.
Right.
Hey, do you know why birds fly upside down in Kentucky?
Gravity?
No, because there's nothing to poop on. There's nothing worth pooping on is why the birds fly upside down in Kentucky.
I see.
Do you know what
That's a basketball reference, isn't it?
Yeah, it kind of is. You know what you call Mirage in Kentucky?
No.
A shoe store. Because nobody wears shoes, Okay.
Yes.
Enough of Kentucky. I got to get Kentucky jokes in since you wanted to put down the Legion of Doom in Louisiana.
No. I love Legion of Doom. Don't get me wrong. I love Legion of Doom.
And I love how they all would wear.
Toyman was so weak, though.
Yeah,
Toyman was a joke.
Yeah. And what was the big guy's name? Speaking of that, that's a great song, the Superman song by the Crash Test Dummies.
Right.
Yeah.
You talking about Solomon Grundy?
Solomon Grundy, yes. Solomon Grundy smash.
Born on a Monday, Solomon Grundy.
And can you just see the people at DC going, let's go ahead and steal some Hulk stuff and just make him really, really white.
You think?
Solomon Grundy smash. Hulk smash. Hulk green. Grundy very white.
Yeah. Very white.
Well, coming in at my number 2, and I just love this guy. His name was Hokey Wolf. And his pal Dingaling. But Hokey, the farmer said to stay away from his chickens, Hokey.
Right.
Shut up, Dingaling. It's Yogi Bear and Boo Boo. But it's interesting how they used to just stretch that stuff.
Twist it around.
Yeah, exactly. So are we coming up to your number 1?
Yes.
Okay.
He turned 80 this week.
Dude. Oh, look.
Hold. If I was doing an restaurant order, I'd say to hold Pepe Le Pew. It's Bugs Bunny and Looney Tunes.
No, man. And just a good 2-hour dose of those every Saturday morning.
Yeah.
A foghorn, leghorn, Tweety bird,
Roadrunner,
and Coyote, and Granny, and
Yep.
Yosemite Sam.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd, Porky Pig, Daffy Duck.
Pete Puma.
I don't. Let me try my Pete Puma. My favorite Pete Puma cartoon. How many loves would you like in your tea?
3 or 4.
Oh, 3 or 4. Second time around. How many? Let's have a cup of tea. I don't like tea. It gives me a headache.
Yeah.
The most my dad really enjoyed the Roadrunner Coyote show, and man, what an aggravating cartoon as a kid, man.
I've got the banned cartoons from World War II, and you want to talk about fascinating?
Yeah, I have a friend of mine who has those too, and that's very interesting stuff to watch. But a sign of the times, you know.
Yeah,
that was the new normal then. We have a new normal now, you know.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean, the one I really love with Bugs Bunny is when he does the opera with the barbershop.
Kill the rabbit, kill the rabbit, do 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 do.
Right. I mean, there's so many to pick.
I'm gonna see if I can find my my Scooby Doo. See if the gang's all here, because that's my number one.
Yeah.
There's just nothing like Scooby Doo when I was I guess oh, there they are, Scooby Doo.
Where are you, Scooby Doo?
Where Scooby Doo? Where are you, Scooby?
Got some work to do now.
I just love Scooby Doo, and I just think they've done a good job of keeping it, out there for the kids. And they just came out with just a new movie with it too that would have made it to theaters, but because of COVID, didn't make it to the theaters. But a very good job there, Joe. And also, too, we forgot to tell everybody that you have Indy's Local Flavor, which is available on Anchor.fm, also Google Play, iTunes, and SoundCloud. These have been a past couple shows been kind of fun doing. Those are people who were born in Indiana and our favorite cartoons. You can also check out my show at Keeping the Nostalgia Alive. That's all one word, keepingthenostalgiaalive.podbean.com. We're also going to probably be putting up our own YouTube channel here to collect all of our shows. But you can go to YouTube right now and type in the Keeping the Nostalgia Alive show and subscribe to it. Joe, do you have anything new coming up on your podcast, Indy's Local Flavor?
No, I do have a couple of thanks. I did get 2 new countries. I got South Africa and Ghana.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm very thankful.
It's always fun to go in and watch those to see where people are listening from. It's very interesting. Mine goes pretty deep, but it's very interesting to people from just it's just you just it's unfathomable. You just don't think about it.
I would never guess that in a million years.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to keep you guys in suspense on our next show. Please also go to the Billy and Joe Top 10 show on Facebook. Give us a like and follow us on there. Message us if you'd like. We've got the messaging thing up and going on what you would like for us to discuss on what you think the Billy and Joe's Top 10 would be. So, but let's see. I guess if I could do the Porky Pig, that's all, folks.
Rabbit season, duck season.